You know what's crazy? For the first 26 years of my life, if you would have ever asked me who is Monkey Man, the only person I would ever refer to is the motherfucker from Hey Arnold who would literally jump off the porch screaming, Monkey Man! But now if you were to ask me who Monkey Man is, I can only refer to the one, the only Dev Patel, and it's not even remotely close anymore. This is the only Monkey Man I know from here on out. And ladies and gentlemen, let's just get on to this review. Let's boogie! Hey guys, it's your guy in the chair here, and look, this is my review for Monkey Man, starring Dev Patel, and please excuse me because I have to look at my computer for the rest of these actors and actresses' names. Sobihara Duipala, hope I probably fucked that up. Sikander Khair, I probably fucked that up. And then Charlotte, I'm fucking this up so badly. Sharto Copley, please. Everyone whose name I just said and really butchered really badly, please forgive me. I'm so sorry. Probably should have did better preparation before I started this video, but those are the actors and actresses in this movie, and it is directed by Dev Patel, and we are basically following... Honestly, I'm going to describe it as a John Wick-esque story because this is a revenge story about a boy whose mother died a horrendous death by the hands of the chief of police and another leader of their little group. As a child, and he basically is training his entire life to build up to the point where he can get his revenge on this chief of police by fighting in underground fights as the Monkey Man, and then trying to work his way up in a restaurant, or essentially like a restaurant business, and then work his way up to be able to serve the elites and be able to get access to them so that he can have revenge. And it is sweet and glorious as far as the revenge goes. Now look, like I said, you're going to see all the John Wick comparisons. And honestly, before I even get into my thoughts on the film itself, I just have to say, I am thoroughly impressed at how John Wick, like those movies, have truly inspired a new wave of action films. It like Sisu came out, I believe it was last year, and that was basically old man John Wick. Now you have Dev Patel coming out, and he's basically Pakistani and John Wick, or Indian John Wick. I'm so sorry if I'm fucking up the cultures. But he is basically his culture style of John Wick now, and it's so insane to me just how legendary John Wick is becoming, even without even releasing more movies. Like, John Wick has just inspired a brand new wave of intense ass action movies. And honestly, movies like this are really just solidifying John Wick's status as probably one of the most prolific action films to ever come out. Because, like I said, what those movies have now inspired is absolutely ridiculous. And honestly, like I said, Sisu was one thing, but Monkey Man is a whole other beast. No pun intended. It is an absolute triumph from beginning to end. Well, I'll say this. Okay, so the story itself kind of takes some time to start to flow, but once it does, you're completely hooked on his backstory, you're completely hooked on his motives, and the action itself, I will lie to you not, people. For me personally, this is one of the best action movies. This is one of the greatest action movies I have ever seen in my life. I understand that is a big statement because you have your John Wicks, you got your Mission Impossible, Bourne Ultimatum, Mad Max Fury Road, Skyfall, you got The Raid, you have a lot of prime action films. But I promise you, this one is held right up there with those golden standards of action movies for me. Terminator 2, Judgment Day as well. The Monkey Man, for me, is held to that same standard now. It's like when I mention those movies, I now have to mention Monkey Man in the same sentence because this is easily, without a doubt, no question, one of the greatest action movies I have ever seen in my life. So without further ado, let's just get into my thoughts on the film. So first and foremost, I have to start with the action. I gotta address the elephant in the room. The action sequences are absolutely insanity. It's straight chaos, rampage, mind-fuckingly beautiful. It's absolutely just insanity. Pure high-octane adrenaline being pumped right into your veins, and I truly could not get enough. When I tell you guys that there is literally a 20 to maybe 25 minute sequence straight of this dude, Dev Patel, literally fighting a guy in the bathroom. He's trying to evade other henchmen. He's trying to escape out of, like I said, evade henchmen and be chased by thousands of guys shooting at him. He is literally trying to steal a car out of a parking garage, gets into a car chase with the police. The police end up hitting this dude, or he gets in a car accident with the police. The police hit this dude with a crowbar, put him in the back of a cop car. He wakes up. He's trying to fight his way out of the cop car, killing people, jumps out of the cop car, then starts running around town, gets into a fight with a dude with an axe, and then gets even in more shit trying to run from a fucking sniper. I mean, this is 25 minutes straight. This is a straight sequence. The only breaks you are getting is when this dude literally has to take a rest because he got fucked up a little bit, or he has to, or he got knocked out for a second and got captured. But there's only like 2 breaks. There's only like 2 or 3 breaks in between. And like I said, those breaks aren't really long because he's literally just trying to get himself together so he can keep running. It is 20 to 25 minutes straight, and it is one of the best action sequences I've ever seen in my life. And beyond that, the second half of this movie, once we get into his like redemption and him trying his training montage to really get ready for the final fight, he comes back. And for whatever reason, everything that you saw in the first half, as far as the fighting styles and as far as the action goes, everything got turned up 12 notches. He comes back and the fighting becomes even smoother. You can tell this dude is truly leveled up. You can tell he's a different man. He is literally becoming the Monkey Man, glory to Hanuman. And this dude is kicking major ass. Dev Patel completely blew me away with this. Like, this is easily, for me, one of the greatest action movies I've ever seen in my life. I truly am not ashamed to say that statement because the action in this movie is ridiculous. And one thing I absolutely adored that they did, there is barely any guns in this movie. There is barely any gunplay whatsoever. It's straight hand-to-hand combat using melee weapons. It is straight insanity. Like, these dudes want to fight. These dudes want to beat the living shit out of each other with weapons, with their fists. And in at least every single action sequence, there is something that happens that is either going to be smeared and glued to your memory, or you are going to be talking about for months and months after this film has already came out. I mean, there's one image in particular that I will never forget, and it deals with him taking his mouth and putting it around a knife and shoving it into the guy's neck. Like, I truly have never seen hand-to-hand combat like this. The action scenes are brutal. They are raw. They are disgustingly fucking gorgeous. I mean, this is action on a whole nother level. That's why I said John Wick, movies like this are literally solidifying John Wick's status as the golden era of action films, because John Wick is inspiring movies like this. They literally make a John Wick reference in the movie itself. They said, well, you ever seen the movie John Wick? It's the same gun. The action truly had me speechless. And truly, like I said, the story takes a little minute to pick up, but once it does, I got hooked to his backstory. I got hooked to his motives. I got hooked to him wanting revenge on these guys. And when I say the guy who played the chief of police was a phenomenal antagonist, I mean, very well done, very intimidating, very big, brutal dickhead. I mean, he was amazing in his role. And just watching these guys literally go out their way to fight with their fists. They don't want to use guns. I love that. They legitimately want to beat the living shit out of each other. and it's awesome. This is why you go to the movies to watch action films. This is what action movies are supposed to be all about. And like I said, when you mention the John Wicks, the Mission Impossibles, the Mad Max, Skyfall, the Raids, the Terminator, all the movies I said in my previous statement, you have to mention Monkey Man in the same sentence, because the action in this movie is some of the best hand-to-hand combat I've ever seen in my life. And beyond that, for this to be Dev Patel's directorial debut, oh my God. I mean, this man put his all into this movie. His entire heart. This man took his heart out of his chest, put it on that table, and said, I am giving you everything I have to make this movie. And it shows. Beyond him breaking his fucking hand, you can tell in every camera shot, you can tell in every frame, you can tell in every song that comes on, because the soundtrack is absolutely amazing and the score is ridiculous. You can tell that this movie was truly a passion project of his, something that he held near and dear to his heart, and he knew he could only pull off, only he could do correctly, and it's one of the best directorial debuts I've ever seen in my life. It is. This is one of the best directorial debuts I've ever seen. This dude, Dev Patel, is immensely talented. It's ridiculous how talented this man is. I mean, like I said, guys, I just got attached to everything this man was doing in this film. I mean, like I said, the cinematography is gorgeous. The visuals in this movie are amazing. The score is absolutely ecstatic. I mean, the way they use music in this film, the way they even use music in his training montage, the guy's playing the bongos, teaching him how to hit the bag. You gotta have a rhythm to it. It's amazing. There is one particular score in this movie that happens at the in the final fight scene where he's fighting all these guys in a room. It's like a very calming type score and a very harmonious type sound, but he's kicking major ass to it, and it's just it's just gorgeous. It's art. It is pure fucking cinema that we are witnessing in this movie here. I truly love this movie way more than I wanted. I'm not going to say way more than I wanted to, way more than I expected to, because when the trailers first came out, I was kind of thrown off. I'm like, what is this? Like, what is this truly supposed to be? But this movie itself, man, was truly something special. Monkey Man is a special fucking movie, and way more than just for the action sequences itself. It has a story to tell. It has Dev Patel's passion, his energy, his heart. All of it is just wrapped into this movie in a perfect fucking bow. And it is a gift that all fans of action movies will adore for years and years to come. Even if you're not a fan of action movies, I truly recommend that you at least give this movie a chance, because it is truly going to give you an experience I don't think you've truly had in your life. Like, I don't think you can point to a lot of movies and say, I've had an experience like this. You can only really point to the John Wick films. And I'll go as far to say this. Even the John Wick films, as far as hand-to-hand combat goes, did not go as far as Monkey Man did. Monkey Man, when it came to the hand-to-hand combat, was truly on another fucking level. When I tell you that bathroom scene competes with Mission Impossible Fallout had truly one of the greatest bathroom fight scenes I've ever seen in my life. And somehow, some way, Monkey Man is neck and neck with it. Like, I am truly still debating in my head which is the better bathroom fight scene. But I truly had never thought in my life I would see a scene as a bathroom fight scene as amazing as Mission Impossible Fallout pulled off, and somehow, some way, Monkey Man matched it. I never thought in my life I would see action sequences pulled off as far as John Wick has done. Somehow, some way, Monkey Man matched it. Monkey Man is a furious fucking rage of just pure action, high octane. I'm just trying to use a bunch of different words here, but it's just pure fucking rage, all wrapped up into a beautiful fucking fist, and it punches the ever-living shit out of you, and it's so much fucking fun. Like, I absolutely adored everything about this movie. I will say there are some plot holes that me and my friends got into. I'm not really going to get into those because that didn't necessarily ruin my experience of the movie, but there are some plot holes that you could probably point out. But truly, when it comes to action movies, the plot is probably like the third or fourth most important thing. You really just need a simple premise, and as long as your action is balls to the wall, anything else don't really matter. Also, shout out to his man's Alfonso, I believe his name was. Yeah, the guy who played Alfonso, which I'm not going to be able to pronounce his name, but the guy who played Alfonso, his right hand man, I love their dynamic. He was a great character. I absolutely loved what he brought to the movie. Had me laughing. But Dev Patel is different. Dev Patel has swag. He has aura. He has finesse. He has it all. And it shows throughout this entire movie. And honestly, look, man, overall, Monkey Man is one of those ones. Monkey Man is one of the greatest action movies I've ever seen in my life. It holds up to the most legendary action films I've ever seen. And look, please just go check this out for yourself. Also, huge thanks to Jordan Peele for putting up the money to put this movie in theaters. Because me and my friends discussed this. If this movie had came out on Netflix, this would have been the greatest Netflix movie that they have ever had. This easily would have been the greatest Netflix movie to ever be put on Netflix. But this movie, that would have been a huge disrespect to this movie. Because this movie deserves to be in theaters. This movie deserves to be witnessed on the big screen. And I just can't thank Jordan Peele enough for that, for putting up the money to make sure that Dev Patel's dream gets to be seen on the big screen. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dev Patel. I've been familiar with your game, but clearly I have not been overly familiarized. Clearly I did not know the full story behind your talent, sir. Thank you. And for all those reasons and so many more, guys, I'm going to give Monkey Man a 4.5 out of 5 stars. All right, so Monkey Man, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Look, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff and so much more. Thank you so much for watching. Look, this is your guy in the chair. More content coming to you soon.